Rise up and walk. Now, based on that, may I say health is wealth? Silver and gold I have none. The guy didn't want silver and gold. He wanted to get up and go, and he got up and went. Is health better than wealth? If a lady's in the cancer ward, stage 4, it's spreading all over her body, metastasizing all over her body, and she's got $5 billion in the bank, will she spend every penny to get her health back? That's not just theory. I've been through that with people. They'd give anything to get their health back. Now, next question. We haven't started. I'm just killing time waiting for people. Anybody ever had surgery? Rolled into a surgery suite? Nobody? Carpal tunnel. Okay. I had inguinal hernia. Hernia that's not a high risk operation. But even like a hernia, this is nothing, an inguinal hernia. Even a hernia, when you're sitting there and they tell you, where we're going to do the surgery, certain barometric pressure, certain temperature, and we're going to have anesthesia. Got to get you in and out fast. The longer you stay under anesthesia, the higher risk you are of dying and all these things. Are you getting stressed out a little bit? Because people say it's a normal operation. It's just routine, but for you, you're about to get cut open, and it's not so normal. Would you agree? What I wanted, I'm going to use a curse word here in the church. I want to quote the guy that said it, so I'm going to say exactly what he said. Is that okay? Okay. Just because if I go blank, you won't get the hang of it. I was laying there, and I just want somebody to pray for me. I want somebody to come up and just say a kind word, because there are 3 or 4 guys lined up. It's a VA hospital. The guy walked up. I think the Lord sent him. The guy walked up to me. He said, "Damn, you're ugly." It broke the ice. It made me laugh. You might not can relate to that, and it was real. In a hospital, the patients. Matthew 9:36. Jesus looked upon the masses and was moved with what? Compassion. He wants somebody to feel compassion. And in a secular place, you can't get it, but you can get it in a church, can't you? Should be. Should be, right? So, my dear brother Eddie, I want you to give me some compassion tonight, okay? I want you to fact check everything I said. Acts 17:11, the Bereans. Oh, excuse me, Paul. Excuse me. Where is that in the Old Testament? What was Paul's response? These are more noble than those in Thessalonica. Because when I say something, they fact check me. He was thrilled. If you walk up to the preacher, the elder, whoever, you walk up to them and you say, "Can you give me some evidence in the Bible about what you just said?" And they get angry, you don't want to listen to that person again. Because no matter how much you scrub on 2,300 days, it only shines brighter, right? I am not afraid of any question if I have the truth. If I don't, I am scared deaf. And tonight we're going to be dealing in truth, the currency of heaven. Thy word is John 17:17, truth. And it's a very controversial subject tonight. I've been in controversy now for, Wayne, how many? 3 days since I've been here. And I'm not going to tell you what the controversy is over, but it's health questions. I'm not going into controversy tonight. So if you ask a question, I'm not going to take questions until the end. Well, no, if it's just us, we'll take questions. If somebody comes in that is not a church member, I'm going to be changing. I won't be using Bible verses. Everything's going to change. But I think 7:15, I'm going to pray. We're going to start, and you're going to help me every step of the way. Is that right? That's right. Okay, that's right. Okay, dear Father, as we approach a very important subject, give a great amount of grace to be able to relate to what we see tonight. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. And this is life-changing. This is life-changing. It's, by the way, I had planned to do this in one night. There's no way. I couldn't cram it in. I don't want to be running too fast. I want to go slow, take my time. So it's going to be part 1 tonight, part 2 tomorrow night. If this thing will work. If it will work. Got it turned on. Okay. All right, here we go. What's that mean? I'll give you my example, if this will work. All right, you have of course, the bones are lubricated with these little fluid-filled sacs called bursa. Okay, it's bursa. And if you have bursitis, you have inflammation, and I'm just using bursa. You got what's it called? Don't tell me. Meniscus. You got little the bones are padded, right? We got pads like shock absorbers. And so if you have inflammation in your bursa, inflammation, a word, suffix meaning swelling or inflammation. Itis, swelling or inflammation. So bursitis, you got swelling or inflammation of your bursa. Bursa is a fluid-filled sac that cushions a joint. That's a picture of your bursa in your shoulder. So I got bursitis, I go to the doctor. What does the doctor say? I think I might give you a shot of cortisone. What should I say? Danger men thinking. What should I say to the doctor? No. Well, yeah. Why? What's it going to do for me? What are the side effects? Before I say no, thank you, what's it going to do for me? As I ask the doctor that question, how should he respond? How should he respond? No. Huh? He should respond, should he be happy? Yes. So you ask the doctor, what's the cortisone going to do for me? Because whatever he says, I'm going to go home and fact check him. You do that, don't you? Steroids often do not cause side effects if just taken for a short time, a few doses. However, if you use it long term, these are some of the side effects, right? Slow growth, yeah. Weakening of the bones, yeah, weird, yeah. Changes in mood, increased cortisol as it goes up, no good. High blood, and you don't know what cortisol is, that's fine. Go read about it, find out. High blood sugar or diabetes, high blood pressure, higher risk for glaucoma or cataracts. Many different corticosteroids, there are different ones, but if somebody says, I want to give you a shot of steroids or prednisone, you still ought to say, what's it going to do for me? What are the long-term side effects? You see what I'm saying, right? You should. Shouldn't you? And the doctor says, who are you to ask me? I'm out of my internship. I've been practicing for 40 years. Don't you think I know what I'm doing? Don't you ask me. I'm out. Me too. I'm out. Aren't you? Yeah. Because you want to be, before you say yes, you want to be fully what? Informed. I find this works. Lady will call. I was in 30 years in health ministry, in institutions and working overseas. Lady will call. I've got breast cancer. I'm dying. I want to do it naturally. What does that mean? Do it naturally? No. Live naturally. What's that mean? What's it mean? Yeah, she don't want chemotherapy. She wants to do it naturally. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Naturally means the cancer doesn't go away. It's your immune system that kills the cancer. So she has many options, right? Chemotherapy, and you got many options to fight breast cancer. And then I tell her, why don't you study all the options, fully inform yourself. If they're a Christian, or if they're not a Christian, I still say it. Pray, find out what the Lord wants you to do. Because if you come here to do it naturally, it means the immune system must be jacked up 5-star, full strength. Would you agree? Yes. Which means you got to make some major what? Changes. Are you ready? Naturally, no. Cancer's not going to run away. You drive it out. With what? The immune system. I got leaky gut. I got lupus. I got fibromyalgia. You got problems. All right. And the answer is research methods. I'd like to spend about 2 or 3 minutes on this. If you don't know this, you need to find out. Because what we're looking for, right, is a scientific basis for our decisions regarding our bodies, don't we? This is the gold standard. The test above all tests, and it's a randomized control trial. Here's the challenge. You're going to do a study, 50 people here, 50 people there. But you got 46 people that smoke there, and you have 2 people that smoke in this group. You can have confounding factors that you can't trust the results because of that little discrepancy. Randomized, line up 100, you go here, you go here, you go here, it's randomized. So you get some kind of balance. It's randomly. So one group is here, randomly selected. One group is here. The treatment group, we'll say we're going to test an antidepressant. The treatment group is getting the antidepressant. They don't know they are. The other group is getting a placebo. They don't know they are. The people giving it, the researchers, the word blinded, they don't even know what it is. It's a blinded study with a placebo, a control group, and a treatment group. And after a period of time, 90 days, then they test for depression in both groups. And when you get that, that's about as close as you can get to a gold standard trial. That's about it. So, randomized controlled trial that is blinded with placebo, that's about as good as we can get. But I'm not saying, it's perfect. But then you have a meta-analysis, and you take all the randomized controlled trials, you look at all the results and see if they jive. You got 49 that say this, 1 that says that, weight of evidence, go with the 49. That's it. But I'm saying when you fact check something, you got to know what the facts are. So again, if this ruffles your feathers, I love you, I'm sorry. What exactly is stevia? There's a great difference. I didn't write this, but I could have written this. Great difference between the stevia you buy at the grocery store. You know what stevia is? It makes you think it's sweet. It fools your tongue. It's not a sugar, it's an herb. Stevia products found on grocery store shelves, such as Truvia and stevia in the raw, don't contain whole stevia leaf. They're made from a highly refined stevia leaf extract called, who'd like to try to say that? Also called Rebe, I'll say that, right? That's what my stevia looks like at home. We grow stevia, we put it in a Vitamix, we blend it to that, and it's sweet as sugar. So a little bitter if you use too much. Yeah, stevia. Yeah, it's real good. Yeah, it's dehydrated. We dry it, it's an herb. We dry it, we grind it up. Yeah. Correct. The one in the store ain't stevia. I just use this. This is fact checking this. It says it's what? Top left? What's it say? Plant-based stevia sweetener. That is a... Well, it says it's a plant-based sweetener. On the front of the box, they can put almost anything on planet Earth, and it doesn't have to be. But in the back, they've got to list the ingredients. In the stevia leaf you just bought, there is no stevia at all. Not a bit. Calorie-free sweetener from stevia leaf with, no, there it is. All right, now I blew it up. There it is. This is off the box. Bottom left, ingredients first, which is an alcohol sugar, it's sweet. Second ingredient, extract, natural flavors. There's no stevia in the box. It's an extract of stevia. And, it's dangerous. It could be anything. Not required to list it on the label in states. I don't know how Canada works. Yeah, a lot of things. It's, now you're a step ahead of me. Part of the stevia leaf has been extracted. Well, it's sweet. It's sweet because I've tasted some. It's sweet, but it's not stevia. It's stevia leaf extract. Would you agree that that stevia leaf, if you change it, then you've changed it? That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, the problem with that is what's in that stevia box, which ain't stevia, is linked to all kind of problems with heart disease and basically, yeah. And so that's all. I'm just saying, yeah. And you take stevia and extend it to everything in your kitchen. It was in a church once, probably 300-400 people. I said, I bet nobody in this church has anything whole food plant-based. Everybody rose up. Lady had things in her pocketbook and everything. Said, I got this health food store. And I said, read the ingredients on it. And she did. I said, that's not healthy at all. You have to be a label reader. Spend some time on labels. So here's my suggestion. You look at the end before you start to begin. Where we want to end is health. Where do we begin? Here, tonight. By the way, that Kentucky Fried Chicken box is not part of that billboard. But it's not part of the billboard. The billboard, number one killer for women is what? Yeah, number one killer for men is heart disease too. But the number one killer, wear red, feel it, live it, heart disease is the number one killer of women. That's where we're going to eventually.
I first woke up, so to speak, when I was working on the anesthesia service, learning how to put people to sleep. And I was seeing my patients for the next day's surgery, for coronary artery bypass surgery, in order to bypass clogged arteries in their heart. Because it was late at night, I drew the man's blood test. And when I took the blood to the laboratory and had it processed, I couldn't believe my eyes. Now, normally, this liquid layer floating on top of the blood clot is quite transparent. It's a yellow, but quite clear. You can see right through it. The blood in this patient's tube, however, was anything but clear. The serum floating on his clot was thick and greasy white. It looked like glue. In fact, it stuck to the sides of the blood tube when I shook the tube. I went back to the patient. I said, Mr. Phillips, did you eat before you came to the hospital tonight? He said, yes. I said, what did you have? He said, I had a cheeseburger and a milkshake. And when he said that, I realized that what I was looking at in his tube was all the fat in the beef burger, all the butter fat in the cheese, and the butter fat in the ice cream and in the milkshake. And all this fat had oozed out into his blood and actually turned his blood fatty. The next morning, we took Mr. Phillips to the operating room, and I put him to sleep, and the surgeon opened up his chest. And from these arteries, he began pulling out yellow, greasy deposits of fatty material called atherosclerosis.
This is a beautiful example of what atherosclerosis looks like. There it is. And I'm going to just gently tug on this now.
I love it.
It's a little hard to pull. Dr. Coupot, if you could give a little pull too. We'll see if we can get this thing out.
We are just holding our breath so that you will finish the case.
There it is.
Oh.
America's #1 killer right there before your eyes.
Whoa, they send it down to the pathology lab. Report comes back. It says cauliflower, right? Yeah. #1 cause of death for women? That. Yeah, this is what we're going to be looking at in the end, but it's going to take some time to get there. This is a picture representation of buildup. That was a coronary artery. Coronet's crown, right? The arteries that crown the heart, coronary arteries. This is a buildup in a coronary artery. A little white thing inside. It's called, you'll read about it generally in the literature. It says plaque deposit. It may say, then I say, what is plaque anyway? Plaque is fibrin, calcium, but the chief constituents are saturated fat and cholesterol. That's what that was, saturated fat and cholesterol. Okay, so far so good? You can live a long time with almost no circulation in coronary arteries. I'll prove it in a second. So this is how it starts out when you're a baby, and this is how it ends up. if you're, yeah. I asked, by the way, we had a lady we worked with, she was in the Army, got back from Afghanistan, just not too long ago. I said, is it still like this? Because when I was in the military, you know what that's a picture of? You know what that is? Yeah, it's a Western omelet. So I was in the military. You go into the chow hall in the morning, it's the omelet station. You go, and he says, what kind of omelet you want? Western omelet. I'm 19 years old, right? Western omelet. He takes 4 pats of butter, puts it in his pan, cracks about 4 eggs into it, and he adds ham, cheese, bell peppers, olives, tomatoes, a couple other things, rolls it up, and puts it on my plate. Hardening of the arteries, a disorder in which arteries become narrowed when fat is deposited on the inside walls of the arteries. Let me go off on a 20-second tangent. A great heart research doctor now, Caldwell Esselstyn, was drafted in Vietnam as a doctor. He said he would cut the chest open of GIs 18, 19 years old, and he would see already plaque buildup visible to the naked eye in these arteries at 18, 19 years old. So, yeah, if you're eating a diet that consists of saturated fat and cholesterol, then that's what's in your heart. To what extent depends on a lot of factors. But this is, I can't play it, you just have to read it. This is a radio station in Chicago. Back when I was summer of '82, I was born in '56, so I was getting up and getting into health a little bit, not much. Well, not hardly a little bit. And this was a guy they're interviewing Jim Fixx. This was a man that was leading the resurgence in running and exercise. He was interviewed. Those two hosts said, Jim, we understand you run 10 miles every day. What kind of craziness is that? His reply, you know, Bob, when I run 10 miles every day, who'll read the rest? Once. Not long after, this is his obituary, Jim Fixx, I blew it up, author of several books, 52 years old, died of cardiac arrest as he was out running. You cannot eat anything you want. You got to have the whole plan. Not just nutrition, not just exercise, not just sleep. If you don't want to die early, you got to have the whole plan. Now let me stop to say, let me preface this. We are talking about the plan to halt and reverse lifestyle disease. That's all. You've got a problem, you want to halt it, you want to reverse it, you got to be on the plan. We're going to study the plan. What I used to do, I was a smart guy. I really was a smart guy. I drink 12 beers. No, I drink 6 beers. In the morning, I'd get up and I'd run 4 miles. If I drank 8 beers, I'd run 6 miles. I had a bank account. I was as nutty as Jim Fixx. I had a bank account. And as long as I kept it balanced with exercise, I could eat and drink anything I want to. Is that foolishness? You got to have the whole package. You get to bed at 9 o'clock at night, well, that's great. You're getting some growth hormone, but the question is, what are you having for breakfast? You got to have, to reverse any kind of issue, you got to have the perfect plan. Well, what if I have a near perfect plan? Well, then you can nearly reverse it. This lady, now we're ready to start. I got to have a cheer for this. This lady, if you want to see the whole interview, that's my website. If you go there on the homepage, you'll see that picture, me with this lady. She was in her 30s or early 40s. Her name was Darnell. She allows me to share her story. It's on the website. Her name was Darnell, had a master's degree, taught at Harbor Hill Seventh-day Adventist Academy, and she came to our program. She weighed 300 pounds. She was diabetic. She thought type 1. She's diabetic, blood sugars out of control, walking dead woman, depression, hypertension, all kind of issues. I sat down with her that morning. Our subject, nutrition. Now, fact check me now, all right? She came, the pencil over the ear, very studious. At that time, I didn't know her. She just sat down, We became good friends. She sat down. Morning, Darnell, how are you doing? Not so well. Our subject this morning is nutrition. Okay. I said, go out to the garden. If it's growing there, you can eat it. Bake it, boil it, steam it, eat it raw, never fry it. I'm done. It's over. Virtually anything in the garden. Hemlock grows in the garden. You eat that, you dead. I'm saying virtually anything in the garden, if God made it, that's what we call unprocessed, unrefined. If we had non whatever here, I wouldn't be God at this point, right? Yeah, that's it. That's the plant. So we're looking at about dozens and dozens of aspects of the plant. But in the garden, you go out there, you eat it. Question, do potatoes grow in the garden? Are potatoes good? Do potato chips grow in the garden? Are potato chips bad? Mm-hmm. If it grows in the garden, it's safe. Virtually anything. If it grows in the garden, it's safe. That's it. Potatoes in the garden. I had potatoes today, hurt potatoes. Now, well, what? Oh, good question. But the whole grain grew there. But you did not. All right. What's coming next? There it is. The answer to your question. Now, if we had visitors here, I'd say this is our playbook. Our playbook at our institute is how we played the game of health. And this is what we use. They don't know what a ministry of healing is. This is what we use. And then give them the science to prove that. But we know this is the ministry of healing. This is God's plan. Go out to the garden. Whatever's there you can eat. Virtually. Bake it, boil it, steam it, eat it raw. Never what? Fry it. Grains, fruits, nuts, and vegetables constitute the diet chosen for us by our Creator. Now, your question, next part. These foods prepared as simple and natural a manner as possible. Today we say unrefined, unprocessed. What's that mean? You don't add anything to it. You don't take anything away. When you make bread, do you use ingredients that are natural? Well, I can tell you what I use bread. I use whole grain wheat, right? I use a little salt if you want some, a little salt. The Bible says salt is good, not too much, so temperance in all things. You come to the wrong place. Send me some randomized controlled trials that show that, please. I would like to see about a dozen. Celtic sea salt, pink Himalaya salt, and I got a dozen other salts. Give me some evidence. Yeah, table salt, any kind of salt, whatever you say, I want to see evidence for it. Is that okay? So we make bread at home, whole wheat flour. Sometimes I put pumpkin in there. It gives it a certain taste, certain flavor. Yeast is okay. Yeast rises the bread, and it dies out after, 24 hours after it's cooked. I made bread. That's whole grain. White bread is not whole grain bread. Everything. Yeah, but yeah, you're 3 steps ahead of me. That's okay. That's all right. So this is the food pyramid. This is the food pyramid. This is our playbook. And that is a projected diet in the whole grain, plant-based diet. What are? Sure you can. I'll give you the whole pie. I'll give you everything I've got. Just you bring a drive, I'll give you everything. No charge. Yeah, bring a drive. $2 flash stick, I'll give you everything I got. Whole food, plant-based diet pyramid. Now let me back up. Remember, unprocessed and refined. All right, now I say it. Tell me if you agree. The Lord is asking us not to. There's the food He made, the way He made it. Don't take anything away from it. Don't add anything to it. Is that okay? Okay. Now keep that in mind. What are processed foods? You add something, or you take something away. Give me an example. What is that on the left? Yeah. What is that on the left? Mango. All right, a real mango. Is it okay to eat that? Is that in the garden? Is it safe? Yes, sir. Brother Eddie, it's double fantastic. Now on the right, what is that? Is it mango juice or mango smoothie? Is there a difference between the two? Radical difference. What's juice? The juice, let me change the question. What, the juice, is that processed? Did you take something from the mango? And the phytochemicals. And there are many things you took out. I'm saying you took what God made and you removed from it. Now, if it's a smoothie is what? The whole thing. You take the mango in, you put it in, blend the whole thing up. Is that a whole food? Yeah. Blending it with blades does not change. You know, God says, okay, you can blend it up, right? I don't know about that. You know what we'd say if we had this guy in a lecture? You know what I'd be telling somebody? I'd say, hey, that guy's overthinking things. There's a rebel in every crowd. Come on, Junior, go ahead. Right? And it will heat it. You can make hot soup in a thing. Yeah.
So then it's going to kill some of the nutrients in it.
Well, let me. Yeah. But I'm saying, let me use potatoes. I had potatoes today. I believe the woman that made it, and there's Susie and Daniel right there, I believe they were boiled, right, before you mashed them. She cooked them in hot boiling water. Is it still a natural food? Yeah. 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 You have to cook some. If you don't cook food, you cannot eat you can't eat potatoes, can't eat sweet potatoes, can't eat rice, can't eat grains, you can't eat, I can name 50 things you can't eat unless they're cooked.
But what about oxidization? I feel like some people, like, you know, when you're juicing or whatever, and you leave it too long.
Okay.
Oxidize.
All right, this time you're 5 steps ahead. I got to hold you back. All right. Yeah. That's like when we get to free radicals and oxidized cholesterol and all the rest. We're getting there. Aren't we, Wayne? I think we are. All right, now. You're going into bad territory now. What is it? That is
Soybean and
tofu. Is that processed? Which one? The beans? No. Do they make tofu from soybeans? Okay, we hope so. Now, there's your tofu. Yeah, organic tofu. No, don't get rough with me now. That's organic tofu. Fact check it. First thing we look at is the what? Ingredients. Soybeans are high in calcium. When you make tofu, it's got no calcium hardly. But you read it and it'll say, my dear friends, I blew it up. Water, organic soybeans. What else is in there? Less of calcium sulfate. Yeah, because they did the, what do you call that process? It's called, to process the tofu, it's called the coagulant. No, coagulation. They use sodium, calcium to coagulate it. And that's where it gets its calcium from. It doesn't have any. And that's a calcium supplement. And read the effects of calcium supplements. And it's a lot of questionable things, though. My point is they took out the calcium and then gave you some calcium sulfate in the process. Yeah. Huh? They removed the calcium and everything else because they took out that part. They also left the fiber behind. They also left the plant estrogens behind. Estrogen replacement therapies for women going through menopause. Plant estrogens, that's a different subject too. All the good stuff's gone. You just got the tofu. Does it taste good? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying tofu, it's an illustration of why when you process it, it may cause a problem. Because all the good stuff's gone. You got to coagulate tofu. Sometimes they do it with Epsom salt instead of calcium, then there's no calcium at all. Yeah. But the point is that now there's my wife. That corn is 15 feet tall. All right, go pull the mic out. We're getting serious now. Yeah, that's good. This is my wife. Now, I'm going to test you out here. We're going to have an exam, all right? That corn she's holding, is that processed or unrefined? Are you sure? I am too. Unrefined or processed? I agree. Unrefined or processed? Unrefined. What did they do to it? And they did something else. They ground it down and took out the... That's it. They dried it. They took out the water. That's okay. Water has no caloric anything. Water, when you drink water, diffuses into the system immediately. It has no food value. The water doesn't mean anything. They took out the water. Is that unrefined? Yeah. Unprocessed? It's just dried. And they ground it. Now, when you want to put it back together, that's where the problem starts. Because most people, when they put it back together, it's not just corn in their bowl. Would you agree? Yeah, most people. There's a lot of good stuff there. But it's no longer unprocessed, unrefined. Because you put stuff with it when you... Yeah, but how many people eat cornmeal with just hot water added back to it? And if you put some raisins in it, you put some mango in it, it's still unprocessed and refined. But you got to be careful when you deal with dried things. Now, we're to the point. Unprocessed, unrefined, natural, what? Is that good? Yeah. Now think. Is that processed? Thank you. Well said. It's processed food. What'd you add to it? Pure fat. You just triple the calorie count and got no additional nutrition. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't fact check that. That is undeniable, right? You added pure fat. Now, I'm Irish, Keith O'Keefe. My middle name's Yates. I'm an Irish guy. We love potatoes. A potato is an outstanding food. You agree, right? Potatoes are good. It's an outstanding food. Calories, 110. Everything it's the perfect food. Keep in mind, a potato, about 110 calories. We're not medium, large, it's 110 calories for a potato. I did a research project. I told Darlene, go into Walmart, find that lazy potato chip bag, that size. Tell me how many calories on the bag. Now, there are 4 potatoes in that bag. Well, there are 4 potatoes in the bag. One potato is 110. How many calories in the bag? 440. 440. Darlene said, 1,200 in the bag. I said, huh? 1,200 in the bag? My question, why? Fact check it. Because I did the math. 4 potatoes, 440. 1 large bag of chips, 1,200. 760 mystery calories. Good question. So 1 ear of corn, if you take out the carbohydrates, the protein, the phytochemicals, you take out the fiber, you take everything out except the fat, in 1 ear of corn, you got 9 fat calories. Okay? Next question. A bag of chips, 760, it was a corn oil, fat calories. Does anybody here like corn? I use you. Well, let me use her, because you're a big guy. Let's say you like corn. You're sitting down for lunch. How many ears do you want to eat? 2? All right. She's going to eat 2 ears of corn. All right. Remember, 760 fat calories, you had to rob 85 ears of corn. How long is it going to take that woman to eat 85 ears of corn if she eats 2 a day? No. Yeah, that's about what, 6-7 weeks? 6-7 weeks, right? Is it possible to sit down and eat the whole bag of chips in 5 minutes? So you got in 5 minutes what God designed you to get in what? 6 weeks. Don't you see the problem? That's the problem. Obesity prevalence in the United States, everybody's fat. Why? Because everybody's eating processed, refined. I mean, that's a factor. That's one factor. Whole food, if you want to reverse the lifestyle disease. Olives. Olives are great. This is what the olives is, yeah. It's got that good monounsaturated oil, antioxidants, vitamin E. I just took this off the, yeah, this is what it has. Fiber, vitamin K, minerals, all kind of stuff. Yeah, all kind of good stuff. You got to go easy though, because, you know, they process them. There's a lot of salt in it. You got to go easy on the olives. So this thing here, on the left, you got, on the right, you've got, is one processed and the other not? Oh, I didn't see that, sorry, I got the wrong picture. But I'm saying, here's olive oil, here's the olive. What's the difference? Everything on that list is now taken out, except the, which starts with an F, the fat, which is the oil. So you took a very, very healthy food, and now it's pure fat. Extra virgin, cold pressed olive oil, praise the Lord, it's still pure fat. And you missed all the good stuff in there is no longer in that olive oil. I'm not, correct, right. Well, I'm not saying you should change your thinking. I'm saying these are the facts. When you take out the oil and leave everything behind, you left that behind. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Remember, this is the plan to reverse lifestyle disease. The power of fiber. And by the way, what? Yes, sir.
My question is this. Do you find that maybe a lot of the fruits and vegetables that we do, or not even big, but oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, where do we want to do it? Go ahead. Yeah, we'll try this one.
My question is, the fruits and vegetables that we are partaking of today seem like they're not even real. There's no seeds. There's no. Take for instance the tomato. You buy it at a store or whatever. All it tastes is just water. It don't even taste flavor. So, we're talking about fiber, eat real food, all that stuff. But yet still, we're competing with the foods that we get in the stores, which pretty much don't have anything in it.
I had tomatoes for lunch. On a 1 to 10, they were an 11. So I don't find what you said to be true. Of course, those tomatoes, where did those tomatoes come from anyway? Straight from the garden.
Did you grow it from your garden?
She grew it.
Taste it?
Yeah.
Compared to the one in the store, the one in your garden tastes so much better.
That's does, because my garden is grown for taste. Their tomato is grown for shipping and keeping on the shelf. That's a different world. So we're talking about the power of fiber, though. You went off on a tangent. The power of fiber. Yeah, so, I mean, that's a good question. But I tell you, I'm a rebel, you know. I don't take any lip from anybody in the old days. Somebody tried to sell me that tomato with no taste. I said, come on, brother, I'm going to grow it myself. I ain't taking that from you. I'll grow it myself. Then I want you, don't you want to rise up against that and do something? I'll grow it myself. Then I know what I'm eating. Isn't that good? So a flaxseed, what do you call it? Mammogram, flaxseed. Heart healthy, and they're boasting about the fiber inside. We can't see it says fiber and all that. Well, the reason they are is because the largest study ever done on planet Earth was it 7,000? 35,000. Largest one ever done on planet Earth, Leeds, England. It appeared in that journal. A massive study, 35,000 women, and conducted over the course of 7 years, seems to indicate that pre-menopausal women who eat 30 grams of fiber a day cut their risk of breast cancer compared to those who eat just 20 grams or less. Researchers at the Leeds University say that women who had lower intakes of dietary fiber and vitamin C developed breast cancer twice as often as women eating more fiber. Now that, and thousands of studies have told us that there is a causal link between fiber and cancer, in this case, breast cancer. Would you agree? So if you want to go to the cancer ward, eat white pasta. Eat white bread. You know how much a loaf of whole wheat bread costs at the health food store? In the States, it's $10. Ezekiel 4:9, $10 a loaf. When I make it at home, you know how much it costs? I don't have time to make bread. You got time to sit in the cancer ward? Yeah, first things first. 6:33 of Matthew, seek ye first, right? John 2, beloved, I wish above all things that thou may prosper and be, you know the rest. I'm just saying there is a truth to be found here. That in the animal kingdom, how much fiber? None. In the plant kingdom, how much fiber? Jam-packed. God said what? Fiber. Yeah. Now, next question. Soluble and insoluble fiber. I'm not going to go through that tonight. Just take a guess. How many calories in fiber? Take a guess. 9. So you sit down with your whole grain bread, right? You get your whole grain bread, and I just sat down with some. Had 2 sandwiches last night, tomatoes on it, from the garden over there, my friends. And I'm getting all that fiber. And how am I going to phrase this? Is fiber filling? It's filling. But how many calories? Yeah. It's a satiety index, satiated when you eat a lot of fiber, but you got no calories in your stomach. Now, one more thing. Dear friends, fat has more than twice the calories as protein and carbohydrates, more than twice. So if you are eating fatty foods, and I don't like to use that word, I wouldn't use that word if we had visitors. If you're eating fatty foods, number one, the calories are double, and there's no fiber, so it doesn't fill you. It's just double trouble, right? Yeah. Calories, as we kind of wind down. That's okay. It's just the amount of energy to raise one temperature. A test. Which one? A, B, C, or D? How many calories equal 1 pound of fat? Any guess? How many in order to lose a pound of fat, how many calories do you have to burn? Yeah. Huh? 5,200? B? Now, who said D? Who said B? B? Who said B? He said B. B's right. 3,500. 3,500 calories is 1 pound. So if you're going to lose weight, you either have to consume less or burn more. That's it. I realize there are factors like metabolic rate. There are other factors to be considered. I realize that. But basically, it's calorie consumption. So you have to burn more or you have to eat less. If I burn 3,500, I eat 3,500, no change. Balance, yeah, but about the same. So I need to be on a diet that is, now, for years, I mean, a long time, we did weight loss programs. I would come and sit down. I look at all these ladies in a weight loss program, okay? And I'm sitting looking at 12 very large women. And I said, anybody ever heard of the Hallelujah diet or the 7-day diet or the Pritikin diet or the Atkins diet or the Master Cleanse? Or then they like, yes. Do any of them work? No. And some are church folks, some aren't. And I said, well, what size shoe do you think that is? 13. That's what I asked them. That's what they said. It's a 13. And I said, back then Wildwood had started a second institution. It's called the Wildwood Health Retreat. That's where I was. I said, we have the Wildwood Health Retreat diet. Wildwood Health Retreat diet. I was at the Wildwood Health Retreat. And it has never failed once. And we're going to put you on that diet. And if it fails, I'm going to eat this shoe. And there was a lady that was aggressive. And she said, brother, let us have it. What is the diet? And I said, hold on a second before we start. So we talked a little bit. And then I said, here's our diet. By this time, they're anxious, right? Nothing worked for them. They're anxious. I said, well, I'm going to go out to the garden. I'm going to get a knife. I'm going to cut a carrot. That's what those ladies do. They wake up. I'm going to cut a carrot. I'm going to take it. I'm going to steam it. Going to dig a sweet potato. Going to bake it in the oven. Going to give a nice tall salad. That's the diet. Now, you finish the sentence. They all looked at me, and they said, that's too... Actually, yeah, synonymous. They said simple, but same thing. And I said, what do you want me to do about that? I mean, I'm sorry. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 3, the devil was subtle and stole the simplicity from Eve that was in Christ Jesus. What do you want me to do about that? You want to make it more complicated? You want to shout kerosene, cortisone? What do you want me to do? No, you go out to the garden, you pick it, you boil it, you bake it, you steam it, eat it raw. You don't fry it, don't process it. Made in the shade, everything reversed. And that lady I showed you the picture of, it's on our website. 9 days later, she sat down with me. And that woman was jumping the fence. That woman that came there almost half dead, walked out double alive. And it was the Lord on God's plan. That's his program. And is it hard today? Yes. Are we basically left it behind? Yes. Why? Well, I don't know. I'm sitting on my cord. Any questions? Now, we hadn't gotten to phytochemicals, insoluble fiber, calorie density, lots of things. That's tomorrow night. But I think my purpose was to emphasize how important it is to have a whole food, plant-based diet. Why? Calories, fat, fiber, and 1,000 other reasons. Yes, my brother. Okay, yeah, might not.
We can take questions now, right?
Yeah, a few questions. We'll be done by 8:15.
So are there any natural fruits, vegetables that we can eat in excess or that would be to our detriment?
Good question. Easy answer. If I eat 10 pineapples, will my tongue fall off?
Probably.
Too much water, you rob yourself electrolytes. Too much sun, you get skin cancer. But that's not an argument against it. That's an argument for temperance, to do all things in moderation. Yeah.
So when people do things like all fruit diets, or I hear people talk about avocados, like, is there?
I love avocados. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I love avocados too. Like, I hear they're fat.
They are fat.
And fiber.
Does it grow in the garden?
It grows in the
It is
garden.
fat. It is fat. But it is a different kind of fat. You got three kinds: monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, and saturated. Saturated is the bad guy. Right? That's what's predominantly in animal products. Predominantly.
Okay, so are you going to get into, in your other part 2, part X, what quantities of the natural food we should be consuming, just like how they have a...
No.
Oh, you're not going to get into it?
Well,
a balance.
You come to my house, you sit down for breakfast, there's some granola, there's some oat milk, as in we're the hillbilly South. I don't know what you eat up here. There's some granola, there's some mangoes, you got some grapes. Am I going to put a muzzle on you? No, I'm going to say, hey, brother, here. But my dear brother, it's almost impossible to overeat because you got so much fiber there, and you got where we'll get into the sensors that actually in the stomach that tell your brain to stop eating, with the fiber and the reduced calories, because it's all low calorie, because it's all low fat, except for avocados and a few other things. It's almost impossible to overeat. It's possible, but not easy. And so you sit down, we eat, we talk, we walk after we eat. Now, could you be a glutton even on good food? I have before. And a millet cheesecake. Ay, ay, ay. Whole food, plant-based millet cheesecake. Junior? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can't overeat on good stuff.
I need an understanding where the wheat is concerned. Because to my understanding is that back then wheat grew like 6 feet. You have to cut it down and they leave it in the field to germinate and also. But today we have wheat that's growing 2 feet, 4 feet. And because you mentioned something about sending information to the brain to say, hey, you're full, but this thing blocks it. Is there any truth to that?
Someone will say, well, wheat, because of many different things, reasons, is no longer the wheat that it used to be. Now we got to have some ancient grains, and on and on and on and on and on. I always say the same thing. Give me some fact-based information on that. Then hand it to me. Now, if you have some, I really want to see it. And if I'm wrong, I want to know it. Because I don't want to be sharing things that are not right. I would be thrilled to hear some science on why wheat is no longer the wheat it used to be. I haven't seen any yet. When you find something, let me know.
The information that I received was from a doctor.
Doctors don't mean a thing to me. True. A lawyer and a doctor and an outhouse, it's all about the same to me. Yeah. Because I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
So this is what I heard, and I've heard it a number of times, that the wheat itself is not bad. So the wheat is wheat, it grows and it's fine. It's the chemical that they put on it to preserve it or to hold it until however long it takes for them to transport it to wherever they need to send it to.
They processed it.
That is what makes us sick.
Well, you just said
not
they
the
added
wheat
a chemical
itself.
to it. They processed
Yes.
it. Don't eat processed grains. God's plan excludes processed grains. Now, I don't know about what they add to it, but if they added something, it's no longer grown in the garden, unprocessed and refined. Hot topic, right? And we haven't got into the controversy yet.
But what if they added something, chemicals, in the growing process, which is, I mean, I think, yeah, like they talk about wheat as being, it's now all genetically modified. So it's not just like corn. So it's not the original, it's not how God made it.
Genetically modified?
Yeah.
Here's my answer on that one. In the States, you don't have to label whether or not it's genetically modified. Europe you do, and I think Wayne said maybe you have to do in Canada. You don't have to do it. Therefore, you can't do research on it because you don't know where it is. In other words, we'd say, based in the US, that the jury is still out. Why not be safe instead of sorry? I don't eat it. Better safe than sorry. So
Then
I
we wouldn't
don't
eat bread or corn.
I eat tons of bread, tons of corn.
Oh, you're
I grow our corn. We can't grow wheat. Harvesting wheat with scissors and stuff. I tried. But the corn we grow, the wheat, we buy organic, hard winter wheat from a health food store. And it's organic and it's certified and everything. Costs a little more. In the States, the law is if they say it's organic, it's not GMO. Is that always accurate what the label says? Here's something coming from Peru. It says organic on it. I don't know. You just do your best.
right. And then if it's grown beside something else that's not organic or non-GMO and it's cross-pollinized,
Yeah.
then, yeah.
But those are kind of things that there's no action you can take except not to buy it. We're talking about actions you can take to halt and reverse lifestyle disease. Yes, ma'am.
So what about the veggies that have DNA, or I think it's DNA from animal products, like our tomato, that they from frog.
Well,
So I didn't know.
that's
The
genetically
tomatoes
modified.
that-
It's GMO.
So we need to stay away from those.
Well,
I'm asking.
it's going to be hard to get any evidence because it's so slippery trying to get randomized control trials on GMO foods, especially long-term trials. So until I see research establishing the safety and efficacy of GMO, I'm not going to eat it.
Okay.
Right? Until I see some studies. Just like until I see something on ancient grains, because in salt, salt.
Just wondering, anybody online has anything to ask? No? Okay.
Okay. That's it.
But here in Canada, it's a bit more difficult. You're in Tennessee, so you can grow a lot of things. Our growing season is very short. You need to move.
Now, my dear sister, you're not trying to make excuses, are you?
No, I'm wondering, so what do you do then? Like, you want tomatoes or lettuce, you have to then
I know they grow here.
purchase it.
No. You grow it and preserve it. And you
But
got
then
all
it's not
kind of options.
fresh.
Huh?
When you're not putting that in your salad.
Well, 3
Like a
months a
tomato?
year. 3 months a year I eat fresh. 7 months a year I eat out of cans. I mean, like glass jars. We can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And no, I don't have any fresh tomatoes at Christmas,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, I wish I did.
Is it safe to say that if bees, bugs,
Stop it,
birds does not even touch that plant, don't eat it?
Now what now? The bees and bugs don't touch it?
You should not touch that. If animals are refusing to even touch the plant.
Some things are self-pollinating, like tomatoes, but other things, if a bee doesn't touch it, you won't get it. It has to be pollinated.
The birds. Right. If they stay away from it.
For instance, you have cherries on a tree, and no birds are even picking a cherry off that tree. They're just staying away from it, no insect, no nothing.
I don't know. You'd have to watch. You'd have to sit out there a few weeks and watch it. I don't know. It's the corn. What? We've got worms. We got all kind of things eating. You ever grow corn? I mean, we got things eating our corn all to pieces. I must have good corn. They're touching mine.
Question about honey.
Yeah.
Is honey? I don't know. I mean, is honey in the category of it grows in the garden? Well, you don't grow.
Easy answer.
No.
Does it grow in the garden?
No.
No. No.
So,
I didn't say that.
right.
All right, this is Lou Key. Don't go quoting me or asking for a fact check. The honey, you want to make sure the honey you get, right, is raw, because it means, it has a little bit of the nutritional value in it. I think the big thing with honey is when I used to have beehives, don't do what I did, do what I say. We did the honey thing, and we take it out of the combs. We couldn't extrude it. We had it in the combs. And so we cut it, put it in jars. You chew the comb up. You ever had honey like that when it's still in the comb? Yeah, you just chew it. I was eating a quart a week. Is that too much? A week. I was 23, 24. It's a quart a week's too much. So I'd say honey, your danger on honey is go easy. Easy does it. Yeah, we say easy does it. So what, you agree? You know, when it,
Yeah, I mean, I'm
get
just
some
trying
good
to-
honey from a reputable grower, and easy does it. How much should you eat? I don't know. That's the Lord. But, yeah.
What's the nutritional value of honey? Or is there one?
Yeah, it's quite poor. It has some things in it. It does, but it's still pure sugar.
Yeah.
So, maple syrup is highly processed and refined. Even if you get it from the Mennonites and it's right out of the tree, they cook it down themselves, it's still processed because it was taken from the tree. Now, maple syrup, easy does it. It's still pure sugar. Now you get into things like agave nectar, they really do things to that to get out of cactus. That's really manipulated barley malt syrup, rice syrup. It's highly processed. So I'd say the things that are maple syrup, honey, but good honey from somebody you can trust. Easy does it. And don't eat very much. I mean, you may disagree. Again, that's Lou Key's opinion. It's easy does it. I mean, I'd like to sit down and eat a quart of honey, but a quart a week I like. So I was putting on everything. But my dear brother, I was just coming out of I gave up the ganja, I gave up the booze, I gave up this, I gave up the rock, I gave up the porno, I gave up this, and the Lord didn't bring me to the honey question for a while. But did he at one point? Well, easy does it. Okay. So Mark's going to get me some maple syrup. I'm going to take it home. It's on that waffle. Yeah. Yeah. That's it, right? Okay. Tomorrow night, part 2. Talk about other things. You want to come back? Phytochemicals, the big ones. Phytochemicals, all these things. And, things I find to be interesting, but this establishes a point, right? The way God made it is the best. Go with God, and that's the thing. Mm-hmm.
I don't like artificial sweeteners like the stevia and stuff, but I've heard of this xylitol.
Yeah, alcohol, sugar.
Is that what
Anything
that is?
Anything
It's a
inositol,
bark?
sorbitol, xylitol, they're all alcohol sugars.
Oh, okay.
And they're all processed and refined. Now,
Yeah.
when you get into saccharin, and what's the other one? What do you call the thing? The other one? Aspartame, and there's even a third one. Aspartame is a big one, saccharin, and the others. Huh? No. But that's now called sugar, but there's another one that's really processed. I can't think of what it is. Right? Splenda, which is the one that gives you diarrhea. All these processed things, I've read the science on aspartame and saccharin and things. It's terrifying. And is it calorie-free? Yes. It's terrifying. You should read those things on.
Yeah, no,
aspartame.
I'd seen a documentary on that xylitol, and they're saying it's not sugar, so you don't get cavities or anything like that.
It's true. It's not sugar. It's a sugar alcohol.
Yeah, and I don't know, it was a healthy one, but I've never tried it. I was just wondering.
I'd say.
Because it was from the bark of a tree or
yeah,
something.
is that hand for me to stop? What's that hand for?
Question online says, are organic greenhouse products as healthy as potentially grown
Our organic greenhouse products
as conventionally grown organic products.
conventionally grown organic, okay.
Yeah, just, high tunnel, it's not quite a greenhouse. It just gives us it extends the growing season. But let me go back to the sweet things, just 1 minute. And this is authoritative. This is what I do, but I got a mountain of science. You tell me what's the best sweetener on earth, but whole food plant-based, name it, that sweetens, really sweet, but whole food plant-based. Because dates. You can make date butter. You take the dates, a little water in the Vitamix, you blend it up. You can make date paste, date water, the dates. Whole food plant-based, they are great for you, and they make food very sweet. Now, number 2, that's it. That's number 1. And nobody disagrees with that. What's number 2? To sweeten things, whole food plant-based. Yeah. Raisins, bananas, real ripe bananas. Yeah, any kind of sweet fruit. So for my granola in the morning, got a banana, and then I eat my heart's delight. Put some dates in, put some bananas in. I want to fatten up my meal because fat makes food taste good. So what do I put in there? That's an option, but avocado and granola, you don't know granola. No. You are not a hillbilly from Tennessee. Look, what do you put in granola to fatten it up? Whole food, plant-based, healthy. Yeah, I was going to say walnuts. They're really good. So now I throw in 2 walnuts. Now, so here's what you do. So you have your granola. Let's say, what do you don't eat granola here. So, okay, eat granola. Okay, we do make our own too. So you have your granola. We make it with nothing in it. Just granola, not sweet, not fat, whatever. You can sit down and you tailor make it to you. So you put a few dates in, as sweet as you want it. Then you got a few walnuts, you got a few whatever peanuts, you got selenium and the Brazil nuts. You fatten it up, you sweeten it up to your taste, and then you can, in good conscience, ask the Lord to bless it. But be careful on those nuts because 1 pound of nut has 4,000 calories. We're getting that tomorrow night. Easy does it on the nuts. No, they don't. No. All right, wait. No, you got to put it. Yeah. What's your name? If you don't mind me asking. Arlene. My sister-in-law's name is Arlene. I won't forget your name. Sister Arlene, I've been to convention things. They put like a 5-pound bowl of these hot peanuts, and it's wiped clean. It's done. People, that bag of chips. You ever eat a bag of chips in one sitting? Yeah. Not why I'm saying ever before. Mobile. Yeah. Well, when you get into and we'll have this tomorrow night. Cashews, peanuts, coconut. They have a high content of saturated fat more than the other nuts. Pecans, almonds, walnuts are the best as far as the percentage of saturated fat, because everything has some saturated fat in it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Is there another question? Huh?
Yeah, the person online asked what the answer to the question.
Oh. Well, all right, here's the answer. Stretching a piece of plastic over something doesn't influence the growth cycle. It might make it a little warmer and extend the season a little more, but it's not going to change because the plants are still in the soil and they receive light from the sun, cellular respiration through photosynthesis. It doesn't change that I know of. Fact check it. But right, stuff grown in a greenhouse in good soil, same as stuff grown outside in good soil. If you're in Canada, that greenhouse might, get you through another month though. Yeah. But fact check all that. Read up on it. Okay? I'm going to pray, and we're going to call it a night. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Don't you? All right, Junior made my day. If he weren't here, the whole thing would be different, right? And Wayne here, my brother Wayne, it's good. And Sister Arlene, I tell you what, you're appreciated. All right. Dear Father in heaven, as we're going in search of the hidden treasure, we believe we're going to find it. If you seek me and search for me with all your heart, ye shall find me. And we're going to try. Give us grace, give us strength to understand the program. More than that, power to follow it, and then to reap the results of a life lived in accordance with your will. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you for coming out on a Monday night. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. I plan to be here.